What's going on, y'all? What's going on this Tuesday afternoon? We are a little over a week away from the NFL draft, man. Little over a week away from the NFL draft, man. Been waiting on it. I'm gonna let a couple people pop in here on this Tuesday afternoon stream. We don't really see a stream happen midday, but today I got time. Today we're gonna get it rocking. I definitely want to have a couple live streams before the NFL draft kicks off next week. Definitely want to get that ball rolling. Shout out to Peter Turner in the chat, man, saying, I want Carter or Hunter, pass on Sanders. We're going to be talking about it today, Pete. We are going to be talking about it today. And we're going to talk about Sheduer Sanders having a private workout with the New York Giants. Definitely interesting, but I'm not completely drawn back by it. I'm not shocked at it. This is definitely what was going always to be the plan. But I still don't really expect Sheduer Sanders to be the pick at 3. If you've been watching my past couple videos, my last couple videos, man, you've been seeing what the picks have been. You've been seeing who I want and who I think it will be. And at this current juncture, man, I'm thinking it's going to be Abdul Carter, but you never know, man. I want to let y'all know right now, man, we got a lot of smoke screens happening, and we'll see what's real and what's not. Once you pop in here, man, say what's good to the chat. We say what's up and read every single chat in the building. We're here to talk about Sheduer Sanders, man. We are here to talk about Sheduer Sanders. Make sure you like up the stream if you haven't already. Once again, a reminder, next Thursday, we will be live for the number 3 overall pick. That whole first round will be live. We're also going to be live Friday and Saturday, so I need you guys to tap in with me. Next Thursday, Friday, Saturday, man. You already know, pop in on the Juke live stream. It's going to be a good time. Might try to give away a couple beanies. If y'all remember, if y'all been here for a while, we give out beanies. So might try to pop out with some beanies for the NFL draft. Let's talk about Sheduer Sanders. As we see here, man, this was broken yesterday. We're talking about it today, but still valid to talk about it. Sheduer Sanders and the Giants will be holding a private workout. As Adam Schefter says here, Sheduer Sanders will hold one last private workout Thursday in Colorado for a contingent of officials from the New York Giants. Some final intrigue leading into the NFL's and next week's NFL draft in Green Bay. And Jordan Ronan goes on record saying the Giants always have planned to hold a private workout with Sheduer Sanders. The private workout is a vital part of their quarterback evaluation process. Can't see the Giants drafting a quarterback that didn't have a workout with Coach Brian Daboll. And what that screams to me is that this is always going to happen. Shouldn't be shocked at the news. Obviously, Jordan Ronan talks about it. If he's even in play for the number 3 overall pick, you talk about it with Sheduer Sanders. If he's in play to be traded up for, trade back up into the first round pick, into the first round. If he slides down the draft boards, you want to take him late. You got to at least bring him in, test him out, see how it's going. So I'm not shocked at the news of him hosting a workout with the Giants being the last team that he will be seeing. It's not all a surprise, but I want to say that Sheduer Sanders and his camp has done a great job at controlling the media, honestly, controlling the narratives. I know the whole thing that unravels with Sheduer, which is he's a crazy prospect because of the name. But even patting the ball and that whole situation, obviously we know it's sent, shockwaves throughout the whole media. Everyone was talking about patting the ball and trying to figure out what quarterbacks do it and what quarterbacks don't. But overall, man, I will say Sheduer Sanders has done a great job when it comes to that. And I'm assuming, man, once again, the Giants have to do their due diligence. I'm not jumping on here saying, oh my gosh, the Giants are, bringing them out for a workout. That means we're going to take them. That's not what that means. It's not what that means. Shout out to Play for Keeps, man. He says, Juke, any truth in Kayvon Thibodeau trade? I'm not seeing anything that's saying this is concrete. Obviously, if the Giants take Abdul Carter, you're going to wonder if they're going to keep Kayvon Thibodeau, and that's kind of where that's stemming from. So I wouldn't say there's any truth in it at the moment. That's what I've been hearing, bro. Also, I'm praying for Carter. He is a generational talent. He is the best player in this draft. I had a video talking about Abdul Carter. Make sure you check it out if you haven't already. I will say I'm a big fan of Abdul Carter. And it's not that I wasn't, right? So the biggest question is why? What's taking so long to talk about Abdul Carter? For a while, it looked like Abdul Carter was going to go 1 to the Titans. That's what it looked like. Then it looked like he was going to go 2 to the Browns. Now it's showing that potentially they love Travis Hunter, as in the Browns. They'll be taking him at 2, and Abdul Carter's there at 3. If I was to say who I would rather pick Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter. I'm probably taking Abdul Carter just with how dominant he is at his own position. Travis Hunter is still a crazy prospect, and I still would take Travis Hunter, and I wouldn't be upset at it. I'm just telling you who would I rather have if both are on the board. I might take Abdul Carter. Shout out to Zane. War was good. He says between Russ and you changed your name, boss. I think you changed your name. I'm not used to your name looking like that. Between Russ and Jameis, we finna have an interesting year, if nothing else. Listen, I want to let everyone know right now. I saw a meme talking about if Sheduer Sanders is on this team as well, and they were pretty much saying that pregame prayer is gonna be insane, which is hilarious. Sheduer, Jameis, and Russ pregame prayer. It's going crazy. We should trade the number 3 pick to the Pats for their 4th pick and this year's 2nd and still grab Sanders. What do you think? Carter to the Pats. Now, I would say, trading back in the scenario hasn't really been touched on. I definitely think we should still grab the premium blue chip prospect, which happens to be Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter. So I wouldn't want to trade back, just being honest. If you want to take Sheduer, then yeah, trade back. Yeah, as long as you trade back in front of the New Orleans Saints. But for me, I'd rather pass on Sheduer. I really would. I'd rather pass on Sheduer. But I will say overall, I wouldn't be upset at taking Sheduer Sanders. I really wouldn't, because I think there is a certain upside with him. Taking him at 3 is not warranted, in my opinion. I wouldn't take him at 3. Just knowing that the past couple teams after you are not going to take him. Is there a world where the Saints trade up too? I mean, there is. But that's why, man, it's the hardest thing. It's the hardest thing. If you want Sheduer, you take him at 3. If you want him. I don't think you bank on taking him later. If you don't take him at 3, you're not taking him at all. If you don't take him at 3, you're not taking him at all. I know, right? That's what I'm saying. I think your name did change. I think your name definitely did change. But yeah, man, I'm not shocked at the quarterback news. I'm not shocked at having him on a visit. Now, I will say, I mean, it's going to be held in Colorado, right? So that means the Giants are doing their due diligence, flying out to Colorado and doing another workout with him. You can say, hey, why would they do that if they don't love him? They have to do it for, once again, I talked about it. It's smokescreen season, y'all. Everything right now is saying Abdul, and that's the thing that gives me a little bit of pushback. And I talked about it with a lot of people. Last year was JJ McCarthy, all the way until the day of the draft. It was JJ McCarthy the whole time. Super interested in JJ McCarthy, and it didn't happen. So can this really be a scenario where, hey, Abdul Carter, and we get, blindsided the day of? Can this be that type of scenario? I would hope not, but there's a chance. I don't think there's an upside, man. He's already a good quarterback. He's limited as hell for me. Yeah, man. There's definitely a choice when it comes to that. I'm not the biggest Sheduer fan. I wanted him at one point, but I'll be honest, man. I think a good portion of it is the hype. That's me being transparent. The hype of the quarterback, the hype of having a new quarterback to, be excited for and hope that he changes your franchise. I think that's what I was more sold out on, and still kind of am, right? Like, if we drafted Sheduer, I'm not upset. I'm not. It's just I hope he's a guy. And if he's not, guess what? I mean, the GM's fired anyways, and we're going to be in that same situation that we had with Daniel Jones, honestly. Most of his throws are close to the line of scrimmage as well. I did see Dan Orlovsky talking about that, and that's been the scenario. But, yeah, man. I see something funny in the chat. We're going to catch up with that. Sanders only get hyped due to his daddy, and that's the truth, man. I think the hype with him is because of that. He also played with the Heisman winner, and I'm not trying to say that's a slight towards my guy Sheduer. I'm not, but it's just the truth. It just is the truth, man. I still would not be. Once again, I'll repeatedly say it, man. A new quarterback on this team is going to be a breath of fresh air. I still think people are kind of undervaluing. Not saying Russ is the future, because he's not, but people are kind of undervaluing what he can be on this team. Russell Wilson for a year. Not saying we're going to win a playoff game. Not saying we're going to make it to the playoffs. It's just, I think it's going to be different, man. Having a quarterback like that, we literally had to deal with Daniel Jones, Drew Lock, and Tommy DeVito last year. Like, this quarterback room is going to be better, and that's without a rookie quarterback. A rookie quarterback gives you excitement. And I think that's what you're kind of looking at with Sheduer. Carter is my pick 100%. I think when you miss on Micah Parsons once, you can't do it again. That's just how I look at it. And you can screenshot this, stamp it, whatever. I think he's going to be a really good player. And I don't care what we got with Brian Burns or even what we got with Kayvon Thibodeau. You still draft the guy. Trade back. Oh, I missed this one. We got another pick, so that's why I'm saying trade back for one for an extra pick. Yeah, it's not terrible, but that's if they want Sheduer. I think if you're sitting there at 3 and you want Abdul or Travis, you can't mess around with that. If they want Sheduer, then yeah, you do it. Trade back with the trades. Trade back with the trades and pick Jonty. Come on, man. That I saw a take like that. Man. Genty at the number 3 overall pick. We got to right our wrongs. Saquon's out of the building. Bring Jonty in here. What's good, Vike? Shout out to my guy, Vocal Vike, in the building, man. Shout out to my guy, Vocal Vike. Hey, we might have to tee up on something for the draft, man. Prior to the draft, you let me know, Vike. He is a Vikings content creator. We went live with him last year. We're going to go live with him this year again. The Giants do take on the Vikings in a very different proponent. So shout out to my guy, Vike. Definitely got to go subscribe to my guy if you haven't already. He said, let's do it. Yeah, we might have to tap in. I'll hit you up after this. I want to get a couple live streams lined up with a couple different content creators. Still in communication with some of them, but I definitely want to get some of that rolling. Omega was good. He said, what up, Juke? I'm an hour into a 17-hour day at work. Had to stop by and say what's up. Hit the like button, and I'm on board with Sanders at 3. Shout out to my guy, Omega, man. 17-hour day at work is insane. But appreciate it. Listen to the man. Like up the stream if you haven't already. Come on now. Shout out to you, Omega. Now, Sanders at 3. Once again, I'm not the biggest lover of that, but I'm also not the biggest hater. You have been complacent in quarterback. You have become complacent in quarterback hell, thinking mediocrity is acceptable with Russell Wilson. Now, Greg, I say this to say that Russell Wilson is not the future. He's not. I'm just saying that the quarterback play of Russell Wilson might be just as exciting as a Sheduer Sanders. It really might be. Like, if you draft Sheduer, you're probably not expecting him to play this year. Like, I think Russell Wilson can definitely hold it down to the point where Sheduer Sanders is not getting any playing time this year if you draft him. So I'm not even trying to sell you guys on Russell Wilson. I'm just saying. I mean, look at what he did with the Steelers last year. People are gonna hate him for what happened with the Steelers, heading into the playoffs. But overall, I mean, he gave them excitement. They were so excited to have Russell Wilson that they benched Justin Fields in the process. Was that the best move to make? There's a chance, though. Who do you want at pick 34? Now, see, listen, this is where I'll pull it up real quick. I did have my mock draft. Just had a mock draft yesterday. I posted it. Make sure you go check it out if you haven't already. But I did have a mock draft yesterday. We're going to pull it up. I want you guys to let me know the ratings. Right now, we are live. It's not going to just let me pull up the photo. Okay, that's fine. So we did have a mock draft here, man. 34, I took Derek Harmon. Derek Harmon slid down. I took Derek Harmon with the 34 overall pick. How we rating this, man? I know it's so weird that it looks like this. Let me see if I can zoom in. There we go. All right, still a little blurry, but everyone can see it now. We got Abdul Carter with our first overall pick, as in the number 3. We got Derek Harmon, Tate Ratledge in the 3rd round, and DJ Giddens with our last 3rd round pick. I want everyone to let me know, man, how y'all feeling about these picks right now. Let me know. I walked away with it feeling pretty happy. You address edge with Abdul Carter. You address the D-line with Derek Harmon. You get Tate Ratledge in the 3rd. You're adding to the offensive guard. And then you're bringing in the DJ Giddens. I think this offense still needs playmakers. I think you need to add a playmaker in this draft. So you try to get a running back late. This specific mock draft, running backs went pretty quickly. There was a run on running backs in the 3rd round. I still think you might be able to hold off until the 4th round. But I definitely think we should be in the market for the running back class. And you've seen that the Giants did bring in a couple different running backs in our visits, man. A couple different running backs. So many people are blinded by Sanders, bro. It's not even funny. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. I think, once again, Sanders is a polarizing player for the position and for the player that he is, which is Deion Sanders' son. But I'm not trying to downplay him, but I will also say it did inflate his stock. It does inflate him as a prospect altogether. It really does. Can he come in here and change things? I would hope so. I will say the Giants watched him all year. They sent out their representatives to go watch him all year. They talked with him at constant practices. They had a private workout. They were there at the showcase. If they do the whole 9, which they have, and still don't take him at 3, in my opinion, they're just not sold, and that's it. I think the fan base can't be the most upset team at the Giants for not taking him if you've done your due diligence. You've had a visit with him. You've met with him multiple occasions. You watch him play. You watch him practice. You did everything in your power to look at this guy, and if they still don't take him at 3, it just shows what it is. And if anyone knows about quarterback hell, it should be them because they had to go out and cut their quarterback. So, yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. If we draft Carter, we can bring back our NASCAR package like our Super Bowl days. Listen, Abdul Carter, Kayvon Thibodeau. I know someone brought up the whole trade with Kayvon. Listen, have them all 3 this year, and let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. If this team wants to go all out this year and make some noise, you keep Kayvon Thibodeau. You have them all there for this upcoming year, and you go wreak havoc. That's what you do. What do you think about us trading Kayvon Juke this morning? There was hella reports saying we might trade him. Where is everyone seeing this at? Y'all got any let me know, man. Let me know who said it. I'll pull it up real quick. I didn't see anything about it this morning. I didn't see anything. But I think it's just naturally coming up once again because of Abdul Carter being a potential pick. So I see someone saying Ravens is a potential trade candidate. Wow, I'm just blind. Multiple premium draft picks in return. I just missed this. Shout out to Fireside Giants. I have no shame in plugging these guys, but I don't know how I missed this. You guys were on top of this more than I was. Crazy. And we see here. Yo, well, I'm definitely dropping a video on this once we get off this live stream, so stay tuned for that. But Ralph Valcino of Fox Sports says listed Kayvon Thibodeau as a trade candidate, saying the Giants get multiple premium draft picks in return. Would that net premium draft picks in return? That's the biggest question. I wasn't seeing this. That's crazy. Hunter and Carter may be the potential future Hall of Famers, but Saquon was a waste of talent on bad O-line with horrible quarterback play. We need a franchise quarterback. If they feel like he's a franchise quarterback, then they run it. But I just don't think that they like it. I like it. Address the trenches early. I like it. Guess we don't believe in offense of weapons. Quarterback needs playmakers. That's what I'm saying, Solomon. Shout out to Solomon in the chat. We still do need to add playmakers. It's just, listen, you grab the best player available. That's how you fill out a team. We need talent at all positions. I'm not looking at any besides, which still interior D tackle needs to be addressed. We have one of the best, if not the best, D tackle in the game. We have edge rushers, but I'm still adding an edge rusher. Why? Because he's that talented of a player. I'm not looking at Kayvon. I'm not looking at Brian Burns and saying, hey, we don't need to add an edge rusher. No, I'm not doing that. So playmakers, as long as it meets the needs. As long as it meets the needs and it meets where it needs to be. If we don't pick Sanders, that's what you think about. What do you think about picking Milroe in the 3rd? I don't have a problem with taking a flyer. It's just if you want to take a quarterback, you take one. If you don't take one of the top guys in the class when you have the availability to, then I'm just not on board with taking one. Unless, I guess round 3, like it got to be like pick 99. Like if you want to take a quarterback with pick 99, then let's do it. Which that's the comp pick that we got. That's our 4th pick in the top 100. So the last pick, I'm cool with taking one at 99, but not the top 3rd. We're gonna want to keep going after a wideout without a wink. They can't get it right. I want Carter or Hunter. Pass on Sanders. Any truth in? Did I just scroll back up? I did. I definitely did. My bad, y'all. If we don't pick Sanders, what do you think about picking Milroe in the 3rd? Yeah, man. But addressing Kayvon, this whole Kayvon situation, I mean, what is premium draft picks? Like, what is that? When you got to look at what Kayvon has, you're getting another year of him if you pick up his option. You are going to have to pay him. You're going to have to pay him. So, in my opinion, what do you get in return? Like, what are teams willing to offer? If you're offering me a 3rd round pick for Kayvon Thibodeau, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Give me a 3rd round pick and I'm making the trade. Mainly because, once again, This has to be post draft or maybe during the draft. This definitely has to be during the draft. Give me a round 3 pick, and I'm taking him, and I'm taking it. Sending him off for a 3rd round pick. I'm getting Abdul Carter, so I'm going to have Abdul Carter and Brian Burns as the future. If we're doing the trade, I'm letting everyone know right now. I'd rather not do the trade. Let them all play together this upcoming year and see what we can do, and then trade them next year. There's no problem with trading them next year. If we take Miller with the 34 overall pick, like other people are saying, I'm gonna be tight, man. Again, we are going need over talent once again. That's exactly my point, Sleazy. That's exactly my point. If you aren't going best player available, which it looks like we might with the 3rd overall pick, keep that same energy. If you want to take a flyer with the 99 pick, which we got as a compensatory pick, that's fine. That's fine with me. Now, these top premium picks like that, when you know these quarterback prospects are not warranting it, I know quarterbacks, at the end of the day, they're higher value for a reason, but I'm not sold on Sanders, and we definitely can't get Ward, so I think Milroe can be like Hurts. I've seen this being a talking point, and granted, I will say the biggest downside with Milroe is his accuracy. In the intermediate game, he's not as accurate as other guys. He's not as accurate as these other prospects. He has wheels, and he has a good deep ball, and that's what's going to make him attractive for a lot of different teams. Jalen Hurts, he's a lot more accurate than a guy like Milroe right now. Can you work on that with Milroe? Maybe. But his tape last year was not the greatest. It really wasn't. As an athlete, he's an insane athlete. He's super fast. He has mobility. He can throw the deep ball, but he's not accurate. Cornerback has always been a hit or miss for Cowboys. Offense player early almost every time in the draft. Now, we're talking about for the Cowboys because I'm going to be honest, Solomon. This ain't Cowboys home. But, yeah, I was meeting with our comp pick. Yeah, pick 99. You do it. 34, no. Pick 99. I'm okay with it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I want it to happen because I walked away with DJ Giddens, which I think there's a better running back up there. Looking at who they had their visits with shout out to my guy Bobby Skinner on the Giants Nation. I think his name is Giants Nation. He had it posted, so that's why I'm gonna pull it up real quick. He had it posted where? Yeah, multiple visits with running backs. And I think Marion Hampton was one of them, who he's a polarizing player in this draft right now. They also had... All right, I can't find it. Giants running back visits. Anyone in the chat remind me who we had on visits with the running back position. Here we go. Shout out to Doug Analytics. He got us right here, man. So we had Amarion Hampton as a visit, one of the top running backs. This is on his big board or mock guy's big board. However, Amarion Hampton was one of the running backs. Quinshaw Judkins, Caleb Johnson, Cam Scattaboo, and I saw it in the chat. Ollie Gordon. Those are the type of running backs that we did bring in on a visit. I think they will be drafting a running back. You're doing it late. You're not doing it early. But we will be drafting a running back. Knowing that, I believe the running backs that are just listed here weren't available during my mock draft. Swap out DJ Giddens for one of these running backs. That's fine with me. Because I think the running back talent is deep in this draft, and you could add another guy. I mean, Tyrone Tracy was a 5th round pick. I think Ollie Gordon was going to be available with that 105 or 99 pick. I got to look back. I don't know if Ollie Gordon was available. If I would have seen that they had a visit with Ollie Gordon, he would have been the pick. Which Ollie Gordon is more of a thumper, and I'm actually on board with that. I would prefer a running back like that, so you have your tandem. I mean, I hate to continue to talk about the glory days, but Bradshaw and Jacobs, Tyrone Tracy and Ollie Gordon. I mean, he's not the same, physical running back as Brandon Jacobs, but Ollie Gordon is, I think he's like 6'3", 225 or something like that. (6'2", 6'3", 225. Ollie Gordon is a unit. I will say. Give me that thumper of a running back. Then you got your lightning in a bottle with Tyrone Tracy. It's a good running back tandem. And for anyone that wants to run a quarterback, I mean, hey, next year, get a good running game to support a young quarterback. Come on. I would love to have Genty, but I think Tracy will just get better and better. I think Tracy will get better. You're not taking Genty. We're not taking Genty. But I still am on board to add a running back late and set up that backfield for the future. Travis Hunter said he would rather retire if he can't play both wide receiver and cornerback for the team that drafts him. Wow, he's confident in his ability. Shout out to you, Pete. Because listen, you're right on top of my little cadence here. If you don't follow me on Twitter or X, sorry, it's X. If you don't follow me on Twitter, man, go ahead and follow me. Twitter is a weird platform because that's the one thing I can't get engagement on. It's weird. But says here he's never playing football again if he can't play wide receiver and cornerback in the NFL. It's never playing football because I've been doing it my whole life. I feel like I could dominate on each side of the ball. That's a crazy take. That is a crazy take. Never playing football again. I think he's kind of being extreme with it, of course, but come on, man. That's kind of crazy. You can be confident in your ability, which is fine. But at the end of the day, you're an asset. When it comes to these organizations, when it comes to these businesses, because that's what it is, it's a business. If you play both sides of the ball all the time, you're more likely to get hurt. When they invest money into you, when they invest picks into you, maybe they don't want you to be run down by year 2 of your career, you know? So it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy to say. Tracy and Gordon duo like the Lions. Hey, come on now. We're getting our own little Monty and Gibbs, which I will say Gibbs is crazy. Gibbs is super fast. Shout out to Gibbs, man. I remember his rookie year when we went up against the Lions in our training camp practices, and I think Okereke was getting cooked by Gibbs. That's something you shouldn't say 9 days away. Yeah, I might be on board with that. 9 days away. Hey, maybe he wants to slide down to the Giants at 3. Maybe the Giants will let him play both positions. Nah, man. I really looking forward to Abdul Carter, man. I really am. We got a couple of people in the building, man. Say what's good in the chat if you haven't already. If y'all did not brush your teeth this morning, don't like the stream. So, AK, if you brush your teeth this morning, like the stream. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We're going to be live next Thursday. Just want to put everyone on that. Everyone needs to be here. I think we're going live at 8 p.m. or 7:30 p.m. next Thursday for round 1 of the draft. It's going to be a movie. It's going to be the best draft, if not the most important draft that we have, man. It really is. It really is. I love Gibbs. I draft him every year. Listen, my first year on YouTube, I ran a Juke League for fantasy. I might have to run that. We got a little bit more people here now, though. I ran it my first year when we had a couple hundred subscribers. Might have to run a fantasy league. Might have to run one this year. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know, man. But overall, once again, looking at it, Sheduer Sanders visiting with the Giants should not be as big of a topic as it is. For the national media, they're going to run it everywhere. Listen, Sheduer Sanders and his camp are going to put this everywhere. Giants meeting with them. If you want to get a quarterback, you might have to move up because the Giants might take him. The Giants might sneak back into the first and take him. Guys, they have to do their due diligence. If he's even in the conversation for the number 3 overall pick, shoot, I'd hope that they host a private workout. I'd hope. So I'm seeing this now, and we'll talk about it now as we're live. Sources to NFL and CBS: the Giants have planned a private workout with Louisville quarterback Tyler Show later in the week. In addition to Thursday's workout with Sheduer Sanders, the Giants will get one last look at Show as their thorough draft process enters its final week. This is going to create an uncomfortable situation. It really is. People are going to start talking about this guy to get drafted early. He's not going to be the pick. They must be at pick 3. Yeah, these visits are for a quarterback at 34 or a trade up. I don't think he's going to be the pick. I don't think they're serious on taking him. I think you have to do your due diligence once again for quarterback, but I don't think so, man. I've seen people say we draft Hunter and Sanders. I've seen that too. I've seen that too, saying that we trade back up into the first to take Sanders while you already walked away with Travis. I've seen that happen. Now, will it? It's the biggest question, man. That is the biggest question. Once again, man, check out my latest videos if you haven't already. It's Abdul Carter. Shout out to Pete in the chat, man. I got you right now. Hold on. Got you right now. Listen, this is me right now. The Juke __. The Juke __. The Juke __. I'm not super active on Twitter, but I need to be. I really do. I need to be active on Twitter. I don't be posting like that, but I do react occasionally. And hey, feel free. You want to hit me up on X? Let me know. If you want to throw stuff up, I'll be there to react to it. So if anyone's wondering, man, the Juke __. Hit me up on X. Catch me on X. We're trying to get it up there. 34 followers. That's not enough. It's not enough. We're trying to hit 3K before the end of April. We are halfway through April, and I will say I got some work to do, y'all. I got some work to do. I need 100 followers, 100 subscribers in this last month. I'm trying to push that content out there. It's been a little dry, and I'm tired of the narratives. I'm going to be honest, man. I'm tired of spinning old narratives. I want to get the answers already. But best believe when I log off of this right now, we're going to be dropping a Kayvon Thibodeau trade scenario right now. That's definitely going to be what's in play. But once again, 34 followers, not enough. Go ahead and follow me on there. Then that's you, Toxic. If that's you, I got you, bro. Oh, Sleazy. Shout out to Sleazy, man. Everyone, once again, if you don't follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter, man. Trying to push that content. Trying to get it. Shout out to you, Pete. Peep Game. Peter Turner. Not going to expose you if there's anything else on there, but I got you, man. We're going to be more active. Now I got people following me on Twitter. We got to be more active. Appreciate you, Pete. Once again, check out the latest videos on my channel if you haven't already. We got a mock draft that we just touched on. We got a mock draft. Abdul Carter visit. Best player in the draft and Abdul Carter. Check out the latest videos if you haven't already. I'm going to sign off right now and go make my video on Kayvon Thibodeau trade scenario. Once again, next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, hop on the Giants on the Juke live stream. We're going to be talking about it. And I want to see everyone's live reaction. I want to see everyone's live reaction. For sure, Pete. Fan got to stick together 100%. I need everyone here next Thursday, next Friday, next Saturday, because we're going to be live for that. I'll probably have a couple live streams queued up prior. Once again, keep an eye out. But I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Midday on a Tuesday afternoon at 12 o'clock. Shout out to you guys that are in the chat. We're going to get another live stream brewed up. We got to start getting excited, man. We're almost a week away from the draft. This is what we've been waiting on, almost a week away from the draft. So appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.